Fortnite's Battle Royale mode is still going strong as one of the most popular games of 2018. With millions of players dropping into the same island every day, some of you must be coming into YouTube looking for a leg up. Well, my friend, you've come to the right place. So from the title alone, I know you'll be asking the question, okay, so why should I be landing in Lucky Landing? Is there something that I've been missing? Is there some amazing Easter egg that's been uncovered? Well, it's your boy Prez with the Leaderboard, and today I'm going to tell you exactly all the reasons why you should land in Lucky Landing. So why should you land in Lucky Landing? Reason number one, no one is landing there. And reason number two, no one is landing there. To research the benefits of Lucky Landing, I started there dozens of times. And while every match is different, population of Lucky Landing was relatively small each time. In my first solo match, there were 4 people as far as I could tell, and I figured this would be an average size. But as time went on, this number proved to be an outlier. There were multiple times when I was the only player to land in Lucky Landing, and I was able to loot the place in peace and quiet. On the occasions I did have company, I would only have a few opponents. It was usually 1 or 2 other players, and sometimes they would even take each other out. Seriously though, in solo matches there would be a couple of players, and in squad there would be as much as 1 competing squad. So if you want a slow start, a chance to load up on supplies, resources, weapons, while being relatively undisturbed, Lucky Landing might be your good luck charm. It might not make for the action-packed hustle of tilted towers that streamers and intense gamers are going for, but some players avoid these areas for that exact same reason. Now, of course, it may seem counterintuitive to tell folks to land there because no one is landing there, but y'all watching are still a fraction of the people playing Fortnite. If you're part of the notification squad, you'll see this first and you'll learn the map before anyone else sees this. Even if millions of players watch this, there's still over 125 million players in the game. It's been said that Battle Royale games are 3 games in 1. There's the survival rush in the beginning, where players are fighting while finding their starting gear, and then there's the looting and guerrilla tactics of players making their way to the finals. Finally, the Battle Royale is capped by the 3rd game we call the end game, where players are typically fully decked out with weapons, shields, and resources. That's when their skills are truly put to the test. So if you want to skip the first game, or at least do it on easy mode, you can fly somewhere remote like a house on a hill or a spot in the middle of nowhere. Why not fly down to the southernmost part of the island where there are at least a dozen treasure spawns? Look, there's 100 people in a match, plenty of playstyles, strategy, and listen, if you clicked on this video, you're clearly interested in playing a little bit more laxed. But before we get too starry-eyed and treasure hungry, let me give you soldiers a good layout of the area. Lucky Landing has 9 buildings within its walls. A tower on the hill to the southeast, a tower to the north, and a temple to the northeast near the cliff of the desert. Now, there are about a dozen chests within the town's walls and several more in the surrounding towers and nearby temple. There are also several ammo chests with at least 5 more in the surrounding locations, a vending machine, and 2 apple trees in the area if you need them. Some of these chests are located on the rooftops to make your landing lucky, while others are on the ground level. The cherry blossom tree near the center of town always has loot near its courtyard and occasionally has a hidden chest inside of the tree, if you're willing to chop down its majesty. Just to be sure, tell the truth if anyone asks you what happened to that old cherry tree. The office building located in the southeast corner has several floors of loot spawn, and typically has a chest on the 2nd floor, while the house just east of it will typically have a chest in the attic. The building to the northeast corner has a chest spawn by the courtyard as well as in the house, and the northernmost store will likely have a chest behind the counter. And in the space 1 square up and north of that, there are plenty more chests to find, but hopefully that'll give you somewhere to start just in case you have company over. Ever have the quest to search 7 ammo chests in 1 life? Then Lucky Landing is just the place for you. Just look under the stairs and behind the counters on any of those buildings, and you'll likely find enough to accomplish your mission before the storm blows in. You'll likely have time to fill your pockets with ammo for your favorite guns, and then some. With over a dozen chests at your disposal, you'll also have a high likelihood of getting better weaponry. Unlike most locations in Battle Royale, the structures of Lucky Landing are made primarily out of brick rather than wood. Roof and trees can still be destroyed for wood, as well as other things like benches and boxes. Cars and fences are available for steel too, but let's talk about brick some more. Frederator user SRS Cookie did some extensive testing and found out when building your structures out of brick, they will on average have more health than wood, but less than steel. Building brick is faster than building steel, but slower than building wood. With patch 5.10, this became even more apparent, as brick walls gained a maximum health pool of 300, compared to wood's 150 HP and steel deals 500 HP. Brick walls also start with more health than wood walls at 100 compared to 90, and will regenerate more health per second than steel or wood. Brick walls generate over 22 ticks, which is when a structure builds itself after being placed. A brick wall gains 9 health per tick over the 11.5 seconds it takes to complete building, which averages 18 health a second. That's the highest average of any material when building walls. Wood and steel generate 10 HP per tick and 16 health per second, but wood stops after 4 seconds. Steel takes 20 seconds to build and provides the most cover, but brick cover is less porous than wood barriers. If you land alone at Lucky Landing, you have the time to gather resources. You can get a lot of this durable material even from a single tower to help in those late game build wars. From one tower alone, you could fill your whole brick resource supply. Whether you post up or hightail it out of there, you gotta know your exit and entryways. Thankfully, Lucky Landing has no shortage of environmental advantages. Lucky Landing sits on the south end of the island coordinates F10, with Flush Factory to the west and the newly introduced desert surrounding Paradise Palms to the east. Both locations are far more popular spots than Lucky Landing, but as you know, it's not exactly hard to beat. Furthermore, Lucky Landing is at the base of the island with the ocean to your back, which means there are fewer directions for your enemies to come from. Lucky Landing is also surrounded by hills that can be used as a perch to scout after peeking your head out. Just be careful, that will also give your opponents a place to watch you from. The bottleneck paths to the west, northeast, and the far east of Lucky Landing are also dangerous areas to keep an eye on. To the west is a bridge that has 2 chest spawn points, one inside the bridge and the other on the top of an overturned truck underneath the bridge. This is the quickest way to cross the river, but you'll have to watch out because some people will be expecting that. To the northeast by the gas station just out of town is a path that heads north to Fatal Fields. Here you can either clean up any chests that were missed or catch players holding out. To the east is the temple on the outskirts of Lucky Landing, and to the east of that is a cliff where the desert warped in. There are some rifts near the semi-truck you can use to travel faster, or you can simply head into the desert. Sure, some storm circles that form on the north end of the island can be problematic, but you'll have some good supplies and the path to get out of the purple hellstorm in time. It's like starting on the scenic route. Fortnite is something that looks undeniably better with age. As each season comes, so do golf courses, biking forts, and more. But let's not forget what's arguably Fortnite's first splash of culture. Lucky Landing grew in the location of the southernmost shrine from Fortnite's Lunar New Year celebration. These shrines were scattered all around the map back in February of 2018, with potential treasure on multiple floors. Then at the end of the month, the shrines disappeared and a new point of interest located on the southern edge of the island appeared, called, you guessed it, Lucky Landing. With its central cherry blossom tree, it's easy to spot from the sky, and as you land amongst the warm sloped roof and the traditional Asian-inspired building designs, with all the balloons and lanterns, it's like a festival's about to start. Just knowing Fortnite's gonna be a rather deadly one, complete with shotguns and rocket launchers. That's kind of like fireworks, right? So in review, you'll have time to scavenge for supplies with very few people to compete with in a gorgeous environment that you can tear down for good resource supplies en masse. All these things will put you in a good spot, but most of all will give your many opponents time to take each other out and die due to stupid circumstances, which gives you less to worry about. In the games I played, starting at Lucky Landing, I easily got into the top 20 players, sometimes without even pulling a trigger. Now, to many, this may seem boring, but don't worry, the action will find you soon enough. The routes mentioned earlier will get you into the fight rather easily, if that's your thing. But for those who like to take a game nice and slow, Lucky Landing can eliminate that initial rush for the chest each game starts with. But if you're looking for that, you can find that at Tilted Towers, Risky Reels, or plenty other locations. Just don't say I didn't warn you if you're blown away in the first few seconds. Me, I'll be chilling with my brick and treasure chests over in Lucky Landing. No location guarantees a win, just like no strategy has a 100% success rate. But I'm hoping with just a little luck, this may be just what you need to get more comfortable with Fortnite Battle Royale. I can't guarantee your results, but check out Lucky Landing while it's still our little secret. Victory Royale loves preparation. Once again, it's your boy Prez with the Leaderboard, and if you like this, keep an eye out for our Evolution of Fortnite Maps video, and be sure to subscribe to the Leaderboard, your home for video game facts.